Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for this evening from Care 11, Eric Perkins.
I appreciate the Elvis. Same initials, we're like this. You give me a live mic, you never know what's going to happen. Usually I sing, but I'll spare you tonight. Let's see who's in the building this evening. Iowa, North Dakota, good to see ya. Mankato, Alexandria, Duluth, Minnesota. FSN, KMSP, KSTP. You gotta love Care 11. Don't gotta love CCO. Whoa! But there will be no bashing and be no trashing. We all look too smashing and some even dashing, but it's weird. It's true. I'm puzzled, I am, because normally in TV it's about what's on cam. But here we are, we're dressed to the nines. I must admit you're looking awfully fine. And I was just kidding about CCO. They really do put on quite a show. And speaking of shows, it's time to get this one on the road. A song and a dance on 50th in France. I'm having a ball on Nicolette Mall. But something pains me, something strains me. I'll give you a tease. I'm down on my knees. See, I've never won one of these. So please, let me win an Emmy. Let me win an Emmy. Oh, let me win an Emmy.
Perk, I need you out of frame.
Oh, shoot. A statue of gold, a sight to behold, with beautiful wings that resemble lightning. Breaking news, graphics, or audio. Even community cable, public access, edited program, medical health, wellness. Just let me win an Emmy tonight. Oh, let me win an Emmy. Woo!
Man, we got it. That's great, Perk.
Thanks, Paul. What can I say? I can croon, gratuitous spoon.
Reporting live here in St. Paul, Vanita Sokar, 5 Eyewitness News.
Hey, Vanita, witness this. Let me win an Emmy.
Breaking news here in St. Paul. There's a man who's just been hit by a car and he really wanted to win an Emmy.
So what is the difference between a flute and a tuba? Good question.
Hey, Jason, I've got a good question. Let me win an Emmy.
It's not a question.
Let me win an Emmy. Oh, look, it's Fox 9. But I'll be on cloud 9 if you let me win an Emmy. Hey, Bert, circle this. Tonight, it's a magical night. It'll be one for the ages at the lovely Pantages. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'll dominate it.
But, Perk, you're not even nominated.
And that, you see, is why I'm just MC. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. It was actually just a giant scheme to see if I could do the no tie thing tonight, and that was my whole deal. Okay, welcome, everybody, to the historic Pantages Theater for the Upper Midwest Regional Emmy Gala. I'm Eric Perkins. We have a fabulous evening planned for everybody here tonight. We will honor the outstanding work of the traditional broadcast, cable, and public television, as well as work done online. This year, the chapter introduced many new categories. We've opened up a ton of new opportunities for writers, producers, and directors. We've also added interactivity and the multimedia journalist, or one-man band, or whatever you want to call them. We've also added categories for stories and programs for topics like health, science, and the environment, and one for military stories as well. Obviously, we like our new categories, and we have set a record this year for entries, 757 entries in all, which is just phenomenal. Of those, The judges selected 383 in all as tonight's nominees, and 130 of you will then take home the coveted Emmy statue. Except for me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm done begging. Okay, this year we are hoping to speed up the process of this whole thing, as I'm sure some people will appreciate tonight, so I'll talk super fast. Yeah. We're actually going to be limiting the number of speeches. Certain groups of recipients will have the opportunity to speak, others will not. In addition to honoring this year's Emmys recipients, we will also be inducting 3 people into the Silver Circle for their lifetime of achievements and contributions to the industry. Make sure you have a program. Get your program here. Can't tell the players without a program, so you can follow along tonight. We'll be presenting the show in the order you see in the program. We won't be taking any breaks at all, so if you need to sneak out to the ladies' or men's room, make sure the category you're nominated for isn't like right on the docket next. So, and if you get a little thirsty, I'm told the lobby bar is open, and they'll be rocking for the entire show. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, but don't get too comfortable in your seats. And that's just a little tease for what's to come. I'll explain that in a second. Tonight, we begin with categories that truly recognize team excellence. A big story can break any moment on the scanner, the newswire, remember those, or perhaps even a tip from Facebook or Twitter these days. Our first nominees represent the committed and passionate teams of journalists and their compelling stories in a time of crisis or natural disaster, whether they happen here at home or around the world.
Breaking news. Minneapolis tornado, KMSP TV. River rescue, KCCI TV. Fatal fire, CARE TV. Manhunt, KSTP TV. Minneapolis tornado, KSTP TV. News special, Extreme Home Makeover, WDIO. Teen Driving Crisis Special, KMSP. Continuing coverage within 24 hours, Ed Thomas, KCCI TV. Minneapolis Twister, CARE TV. Continuing coverage, no time limit. Bringing down the strike force, KMSP. Death of Officer Crittenden, CARE. Haiti recovery, KSTP. Remembering an officer, KSTP.
That's a familiar voice. I've heard that guy before. The Emmys go to. I'm going to read these off, so hold your applause till the end. Breaking news, Manhunt, KSTP TV. Jared Bergeson, photojournalist, and Steve Shaw, reporter. News special, Teen Driving Crisis Special, KMSP. Lori Fisher, executive producer. Kara Owens, producer. Continuing coverage within 24 hours. Minneapolis Twister, CARE TV. News staff, Tom Linder, news director. And continuing coverage, no time limit, Haiti recovery, KSTP. Colleen Mahoney, reporter. And Joe Caffrey, journalists. Will the recipients please come to the stage to accept your awards?
One of the suspects is dead. The other one is in custody. We have team coverage. Our Steve Shaw is live where one suspect was shot and killed by police. Bay Scroggins is live outside the apartment complex where the other suspect surrendered.
But we get started right now with Jennifer Griswold outside.
In just 1 week, more than a dozen people are dead on Minnesota roads.
Thank you.
Most of them under the age of 17. So why is this happening?
We went out and the wind started to pick up, and then the next thing I saw was this swirling or twirling noise.
A sudden storm in downtown Minneapolis.
I'm John Mason, the assistant news director at KSTP. This is the award for Colleen Mahoney and Joe Caffrey, their trip to Haiti. It was good work. Thanks very much.
And a Minnesota family is in it for the long haul.
We watch them and other Minnesotans working in the streets of Port-au-Prince. Colleen Mahoney is just back from Haiti with that family's personal story. Colleen, Leo 1000.
Congratulations to the winners. Okay, remember, I gave you a little tease about what's coming up, so don't get too comfortable in your seats and all that stuff. Well, congratulations. Come here, first guy. Yeah. Hang in there. All right. You're going to enjoy Slumberland's best seat in the house, right over there where that camera's shooting right there. Yeah. You and your guest will also receive a free drink. Come on, go on. Yeah. There you go. Somebody will escort you down, I'm sure they were supposed to. And throughout the show, I will be randomly selecting guests to fill those Slumberland best seats in the house. And it could be you just because, I don't know, you're the only guy I recognize, or just because I like the way you smell, or because you kept your speech nice and concise. So, enjoy your view until I boot you, okay? Get your free drink and whatnot, and congratulations. All right, who wants to be out of here by 10 p.m.? Yeah, okay, so we got to keep it moving. The only downside to that is obviously we have to limit speeches, and remember earlier when I said some people will get to speak and some people will not get to speak. Here's the cue as to how you know if you get to speak or not. If I'm up here presenting the awards, you get to speak, and if it's somebody else, you don't get to speak. That's not my rule. That's just the way it is. If you are in the next few groups, we'll announce your names, and you'll still come to the stage, but once you're here, you'll get your statue, you'll go get your Emmy picture taken, and then you can make some comments on tape backstage that we will then post online, and you can also use Twitter or Facebook for your comments. Just make sure you hashtag Emmys. Sorry. Okay, our first presenters tonight bring a little bit of home with them every day to work. Please welcome Frank Vassalero from WCCO TV and Bridget Breen from KTIV TV in Sioux City, Iowa.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. Bridget and I have something that we share in common. We are both sleeping with someone at our respective TV stations.
You are?
I am. Yeah.
Tell me about her.
Well, her name's Amelia, and she's here, and she's the boss at work and at home. How about you?
I am too. I'm married to Matt, and I'm the boss at work and at home, and that works really well for me. I don't know about for you, but go Amelia.
It works in every relationship, there's no doubt, Bridget. It's great to have you here. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Tonight's Emmy Awards are about excellence, not about competition.
The statues you will take home tonight are a symbol from your peers across the country to the quality of your hard work.
This year, media professionals from Colorado, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Tennessee, North and South Carolina judged our entries. National Emmy rules strictly say entries are judged against a standard of excellence, and they do not compete against each other.
As you'll see tonight, some categories may have one award, more than one award, or no award at all. Ready to see who's taking home some hardware tonight?
Absolutely. You ready to go?
Yeah.
We know a lot of folks are eagerly waiting to hear if you're going to walk away with one of the lovely ladies in the statue, so we'll get underway.
But a few lucky nominees are in a category all by themselves. Let's pick up the pace with some of the single nominees who are the next 4 categories.
Please hold your applause and cheering until the last name is announced.
Business Consumer Program Special Series, Tourism in Minnesota, Ideas at Play, Twin Cities Public Television. Teen Single Story, Kids, Cars, and Country Roads, KMSP TV. Teen Program Special, Teen Eyes on the Road, KCRG TV. Historic Cultural Nostalgic Program Special Series, Minnesota's Deadliest Tornadoes, Twin Cities Public Television.
Bridget, would you like?
Oh, that's true. Recipients, please come up to the stage to accept your award. And the Emmys go to... Do you want to read those?
Business Consumer Program Special Series, Tourism Minnesota, Ideas at Play, Twin Cities Public Television. Steve Spencer, producer. Teen Single Story, Kids, Cars, and Country Roads, KMSP TV, Trish Van Pilsum, reporter. And Teen Program, Teen Eyes on the Road, KCRG TV, Nicholas Agee, producer, and Ian Philbrick, executive producer. And Historic Cultural Nostalgic Program, Minnesota's Deadliest Tornadoes, Twin Cities Public Television, Mary Lillehammer, host and producer, along with Jerry Lasko, editor.
People need to get away, whether it's decompress, a little less stressed. Anybody that thinks back if they've gone on a trip and had a great experience.
So I called my mom, and she couldn't talk. She was crying, she was upset, said there was an accident. I asked how my sister was.
Kids, are you listening? We've lost so many of you on these roads in the past 4 weeks that the tears could muddy the country dust. But there haven't been tears enough to convince you, have there? So what's it going to take?
It's going to be a long way coming back for everybody.
And landscapes of Minnesota.
We're not in Tornado Alley, but we are in Tornado Cul-de-sac.
We've lost over 600 Minnesota citizens to tornadoes.
Congratulations. One of the fastest growing categories for Emmy entries is the magazine category.
These unique stories and programs are about the people and places here in the upper Midwest. They're also a hit with the judges. Nearly half of the 25 entries are nominees tonight. Let's take a look.
Magazine program, single story feature segment. Hooked on a Cure, Ron Schara Productions. Target Field, Turf Point of View feature, Fox Sports North. The Minneapolis Institute of Arts, The Enduring Mystery of Paul Gauguin, Animation Dynamics. Journey of a Flag, KSTP TV. Magazine Program Special Series. 13 Cares, WHO TV. Hip Duluth, KDLH. On the Road with Jason Davis, KSTP. Twin Cities Live, KSTP. Community Cable Public Access, Edited Program or Magazine. Talk of the Town, CTN Studios. Cold Case Series, Northwest Community Television, Cable 12. On-Camera Talent, Magazine or Special Reporter. Jason Davis, KSTP TV. Bill Sherrick, Ron Schara Productions.
Bridget?
Please hold your applause until all the nominees are announced. The Emmys go to...
I'd give an Emmy for a pair of cheaters right now. I can't even tell you.
You and me both.
Magazine single story, the Minneapolis Institute of Arts, The Enduring Mystery of Paul Gauguin. Animation Dynamics, Magical Modeling. Kenneth Shedler, producer. Congratulations. Magazine program, On the Road with Jason Davis, KSTP TV. Jason Davis, producer and host. And Community Public Access Magazine, Cold Case Series, 12 News, Northwest Community TV, Lisa Ferguson, producer reporter, Ben Kroll, lead photojournalist editor, and in the final category, On-Camera Talent Magazine, Bill Sherrick. Hooked on a Cure, Ron Schara Productions. Congratulations.
Please come to the stage to accept your award.
Yes, he loved to paint, but I think he loved women even more. And he had the looks and charisma to catch the eye of countless women.
Minnesotans have always led the way in honoring veterans. And during our travels on the road, we've run across many ordinary people.
If a person ever pictured the perfect Minnesota morning, odds are it might look like this.
It's certainly not news that we live in a day and age of instant video where a minute 30 stories are a blazing special effect.
However, there is one group of storytellers that have stayed true to their craft, the long-form informational and inspirational programming. Here are your nominees for Best Documentary.
Cultural Documentary. Miracles from Minnesota, KSTP. Minnesota's National Park Legacy, Twin Cities Public Television. A Considered View, Prairie Public Broadcasting. A Circle in 3 Lines, Quiet Island Films. Historical Documentary. Parks for the People, Twin Cities Public Television. Iowa's Radio Homemakers, Up a Country Lane, Iowa Public Television. Homesteading, Prairie Public Broadcasting. Topical Documentary, The Next Mission, Stone Soup Productions. Iraq and Back, Minnesotan Stories, Twin Cities Public Television.
Thank you. Bridget?
Please hold your applause till all the nominees are announced. The Emmys go to For the People That Can't Read Without Glasses.
In the documentary cultural, A Considered View, Prairie Public Broadcasting, Bob Donback, the Director of Television, and David Cook, Videography and Editor. A Documentary Historical goes to Homesteading, Prairie Public Broadcasting, Bob Donback, Director of Television, Kim Steegen, Producer. And Documentary Topical goes to The Next Mission, Stone Soup Productions, Ken Stone, Producer.
Please come to the stage to accept your award.
I see a very dominant shoreline, and then the ocean, and then these layering of sort of these tips of the peninsulas as they come out. My frame.
In 1862, President Abraham Lincoln signed the Homestead Act.
Jason, welcome to Landstuhl Hospital. You're in Germany, you're at an army hospital, we're going to take good care of you.
From the Twin Cities, this is the Upper Midwest's first look at tonight's news. This is Primetime News.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Now, from the action center of the Twin Cities, News 11 with Paul Majors, Kirsten Lindquist, Jeff Passolt on sports, and meteorologist Paul Douglas.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to toss all four.
All right, I hope you're enjoying your Slumberland best seat in the house, buddy, because you're almost toast. For the rest of you, we're looking for the best speech you've got that's under 15 seconds is what I'm going for on this next category. Whoever gets that, whoever has the shortest speech gets it. Sorry, I mean, it's short-lived, but you got your drink, right? Yeah, you're good. All right, and that might be hard for broadcasters to do short acceptances, but we didn't say getting a free drink and a nice seat in the house would be easy. To add a little bit more suspense, here are the nominees who have that chance to sit in the Slumberland best seat now.
Special event coverage other than news or sports. Christmas at Concordia, Journey to Bethlehem, Twin Cities Public Television. Local Image, 2009 Minnesota Governor's Fishing Opener, Ramsey, Washington County Suburban Cable Commission. Promotion, Single Spot Same Day, Erica Meyer, WCCO TV. Promotion, Sports Campaign, J.D. Mays, WFTC TV. Informational Instructional Single Story Feature Segment, Don't Get Carried Away, KMSP TV. What is Diabetes? Health East Care System. Baking Central, Irish Soda Bread, Star Tribune. Good Question, WCCO TV.
And the Emmys go to. Again, we'll try to hold our applause until the end here. Special event coverage, Christmas at Concordia, Journey to Bethlehem, Twin Cities Public Television, Diane Steinbach, executive producer. Promotion, Single Spot, Same Day, Perfect Kids, 50s Style, WCCO TV, Erica Meyer, producer, director. Promotion, Sports Campaign, Twins on My 29, WFTC TV, J.D. Mays, promotions manager. And informational instructional single story, Baking Central, Irish Soda Bread, Star Tribune, Sherry Gross and Brett Akagi. Please come to the stage, accept your awards.
From Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota, the choirs and orchestra of Concordia College present the 83rd Annual Christmas Concert.
Gotta get straight A's, champ.
Aren't our kids just the bee's knees? They do everything right.
They're going to be perfect. The pressure for our kids to be perfect.
It's game time.
Game time. Sundays are Twins territory on My 29. Twins territory.
The American-style soda bread has currants, caraway, sugar, butter.
Oh, all the good stuff.
We love our sweets, but it's not traditional soda bread.
I'm going to let you get to work. I'll be back for a taste.
Okay.
I'm not J.D. Mays, but I am on that list, and I want that seat.
I'm Diane Steinbach, Executive Producer for Arts and Cultural Production at Twin Cities Public Television. And this one goes to our incredible crew, and especially our director, Jeff Y., and Denise Fick for graphic design. Thank you very much.
I'm Sherry Gross. I'm the producer of Irish Soda Bread. And I heard all of you laughing. When you need to make Irish soda bread, you see if I help. No, thank you. Thank you on behalf of everyone involved in the Star Tribune. Thank you very much.
Sorry, buddy. She got it. Yeah. Enjoy your Slumberland best seat in the house. You got robbed. I know, dude. Just get over it, okay? Please welcome our next presenter. He is Kevin Jacobson from KBJR KDLH in Duluth.
Our community relies on us to give people the major headlines of the day, but they also want us to cover their neighborhood issues, of course. Tonight we honor those who tell the in-depth stories and interviews about issues that affect our daily lives.
Public Current Community Affairs single story feature segment. K-9 Boot Camp, KQDS TV. Drunk Driving's Toll, Ryan DeZurich, Star Tribune. Honor Flight carries heroes from rural America, Iowa Public Television. Hidden Heaven, KMSP TV. Public Current Community Affairs Program Special Series. Money Savers, Northwest Community Television. Smashed, a series on drunk driving in Minnesota, Star Tribune. The Iowa Journal, Iowa Public Television. KARE 11 honors Bancroft Foundation's Dream Makers, KARE TV. Bullying, a community problem, KBJR TV. Interview Discussion Program Special Series. Erasing Hate, Keeping Matthew's Story Alive, KAAL TV. Children of Genocide, 5 Who Survived, Twin Cities Public Television. Wild Face-Off, Fox Sports North. Community Cable Public Access edited program, Interview Discussion. Faith Family Football, The Spirit of Iowa, Mediacom. Girl Talk, Town Square Television.
And the winners are, for Public Current Community Affairs single story, Honor Flight carries heroes from rural America, Iowa Public Television, Andrew Batt, producer and director, and Steve Carnes, videographer. For Public Current Community Affairs program, the Iowa Journal, Iowa Public Television, Paul Eager, host and producer. For interview discussion program, Wild Face-Off, Fox Sports North, Jeffrey Bile, executive producer, and Joseph Marr, coordinating producer. And for community cable public access edited program, interview and discussion, Faith Family Football, The Spirit of Iowa, Mediacom Communications Company, India Moore, producer and editor. Please come to the stage to accept your awards.
Many of America's living World War II vets have never seen their memorial in Washington. But a patchwork of nationwide volunteers are racing against the clock.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the program. Good to have you here. Joe and Charles, you'll both get a chance to answer this, but Eric, I want to start with you. Just give me a snapshot, a thumbnail of how business is going. How have you fared in the last 2 years during the recession?
So, Mike Greenlay, who is your all-time favorite Finn?
I gotta go with Teemu Selanne. I'll tell you what, this guy is an adrenaline junkie. He likes to score goals.
The tornado that you referred to tore apart Aplington, Parkersburg. Did it do that kind of damage here?
We lost a lot of houses north of town.
You never see our next nominees on the screen, but it's their hard work and creativity that makes us and the programs we work on look and sound like winners.
Musical composition arrangement, Phil Aaron, Aaron Stokes Limited. Jared Dove, Tonic Solfa. Audio post-production, Nick Abdo, KMSP Fox 9. Jerry Lasko, Twin Cities Public Television. Studio lighting, Peter Marty, KMSP TV. Location lighting, Aaron Gallup, results unlimited.
And the winners are, and please hold applause until we get to the final winner. Musical composition and arrangement, Toys for Tots PSA featuring Tonic Solfa, 2009, Care TV, Jared Dove, band member. Audio post-production, Minnesota's Deadliest Tornadoes, Twin Cities Public Television, Jerry Lasco, editor and post-production audio. For lighting for studio, Peter Marty, KMSP TV. And for lighting on location, Aaron Gallup, Results Unlimited. Please come to the stage to accept your awards.
One.
Hey, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rocking on top of the world. Rocking on top of the world.
Nearly 20 miles away, a tornado was brewing in St. Cloud. It was April 14th, 1886.
I'm a forecast from the Fox 9 Weather Center, but I still stay connected to what's happening outside your front door. When cold temps hit, I'll tell you how bundled up your kids should be. Hey, you're gonna need your hat.
It's my passion. It's also my livelihood. So when I found out I needed an operation to repair an abnormal bone growth in my foot, I turned to Trinity.
One of the expanded categories this year is for directors. This day of a show director and a crew are dwindling. Now some directors are the entire control room. Some of you may know about that. Tonight we honor our Emmy-nominated directors.
Director Newscast, Amy Schmieg, Care TV. Megan Osborne, KCCI TV. Director, Live or Live to Tape, Pat O'Connor, Minnesota Wild Broadcasting. Matt Gangle, Fox Sports North. Jeffrey Weehay, Twin Cities Public Television. Director, Short Form, Nick Abdo, KMSP TV. Chad Gilmore, KMSP TV. Erica Meyer, WCCO TV. Pepe Barton, KSTP TV.
All right, please hold your applause until the winners are announced. Director for Newscast, Megan Osborne, News Channel 8 at 10, KCCI TV. Director for Live or Live to Tape, Matt Gangle, Fox Sports North. And for Director Short Form, there are 2 recipients tonight. Pepe Barton from KSTP TV and Chad Gilmore of KMSP WFTC TV. Please come to the stage to accept your awards.
On KCCI News Channel 8.
Kevin.
Roaring flames, huge clouds of thick smoke. A Pleasant Hill business is a total loss, and this isn't the first time it's gone up in flames.
Wake up with Fox 9. The Fox 9 Morning News. Tom, Alex, and Keith gather right with you.
Their lives for us all. Promised thousands in bonus pay to keep fighting. But when Uncle Sam gave them the runaround, Live Eyewitness News started digging for the truth.
And do you think across the board people don't get enough water? Like the people that you work with?
I would say no. Because when I ask them what they drink, it's typically 3 to 4 servings of juice.
Summer town halls, protesters claiming the president's health care plan is socialism, comparing it to Canada.
These are just whirring sounds in the air, really. But yet, that somehow has made meaning for us.
John Campbell is one of the most respected sportscasters in the state of Iowa. He's been in the TV business for 40 years. One of the sportscasters John mentored has since moved on to the Fox network. Kurt Menefee sent us this video to tell you a little bit more about John's impressive career.
I'm Kurt Menefee, host of Fox NFL Sunday's pregame show, and without a doubt, I can say that I'm host of Fox NFL Sunday's pregame show because of John Campbell. And it's not just the fact that when I was a sophomore at Cole College, John was the first guy to say, put your voice down on tape, try being in front of the camera, see how you like that. It was because he took me from that point, like he has done, I'm sure, with dozens of others all around the country who are in news and sports right now, but kind of nurtured the development of me as a broadcaster. It wasn't just that, though, the nurturing. It was the fact that I got to watch him on a daily basis, the work ethic that he exhibited, the hard work he put into writing a story or going out and shooting a story, and, you know, making sure that we all understood that what you do on a nightly basis speaks volumes about what you do in a lifetime. And that's certainly what he has achieved thus far. And I can think of no one who deserves this honor more than John Campbell. I thank him, as I'm sure countless others in this business thank him, and those who have gotten to watch him on a nightly basis for year after year after year will continue to thank him. Thank you, John.
TV9 Sports, John Campbell.
When John arrived from Green Bay, he impressed people, especially one longtime Eastern Iowa sportscaster.
And at long last, they had hired a really good sportscaster. Dedication, passion.
That passion led John to stories of a different nature.
John's sports encompasses so much more than just football, baseball, basketball, and what we consider to be the major sports.
There's not one station that I know of right now that consistently does the outdoor stories like we do. Fishing, hunting, I mean, it's a wide variety, and nobody does it better than John.
Major sports plus outdoor life? How do you cover it all?
He is the hardest working person I've had the pleasure of being around.
John will be up at 5 o'clock in the morning going out on a hunting or fishing story.
You get up at 5 a.m. and you're anchoring the 10 o'clock news. It's the love and passion that keeps him going because it's a very physically demanding job.
And hard work paid off in finely honed skills.
How many sports directors are one of the best photographers in the country?
He sees through the lens very well, but he also listens. He incorporates that natural sound that really brings a story to life.
John's biggest story wasn't about sports, but a disaster that struck his adopted home.
John was really, really an important part of what we were able to do with our flood coverage back in 2008.
I was talking to a friend who works in the business up in Minneapolis, and he said, isn't it strange, John, here you've done sports all these years, and probably the biggest story you will have ever covered is a flood in Cedar Rapids, and I think he hit it right on, probably. I know he did.
John's passion for the outdoors endures. Tomorrow, he, wife Mary, and the dog head off for the Boundary Waters.
Thanks for joining us. I'm John Campbell. This is Boomer.
Editor Program, Non-News, Steve Plummer, Ron Sheriff.
Please welcome John Campbell to the Silver Circle.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How's that sports guy get Saturday night off anyway? I don't know. It is hard for me to believe that in less than 24 hours I am going to be canoeing a remote lake in the Boundary Waters, but it's even more difficult for me to believe that I'm here sharing this night with all of you. It's quite an honor, and I am very, very humbled. Thank you to the National Television Academy. Congratulations to all the other winners and the nominees, and I urge you, yes, and I urge you to avoid that push for quantity, 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 and I urge you to keep putting out quality, quality, quality. I need to thank Mark Geary, a young reporter in our newsroom, a good young reporter. He's the one who, unbeknownst to me, got this whole nominating process started, and then to read the kind words of my fellow employees was very, very humbling. I've been blessed to work with some great people over my 30 years at KCRG. I've been blessed to work for a TV station that is still locally owned. I need to thank Scott Sable, John Sears, and Matt Nelson, who make my job so much fun and a darn lot easier every day. And finally, I want to thank my wife, Mary. She's the talent in our family. I'm sure a lot of you know that raising a family and holding a marriage together with some of the hours we maintain is very difficult, but she has been our rock. And I thank her for that. And we have two beautiful children we are very proud of. And the reason I'm being so nice to her here tonight is I really, really need her to carry that canoe for the next 4 days. I'm honored and blessed. Thank you very much, everybody.
Stop.
I want to make a quick shout out to this guy over here who it looks like he just came in from a Starbucks that didn't have Wi-Fi, and so he's using that. No, his name is John Drilling. He's our DJ for the night, and he's also one of Carol Evan's most ridiculously talented photographers, period. Absolutely. He's also the guy that ran around in the Twin Cities with me on Tuesday shooting that crazy-ass opening. Okay. I admit I am blessed to be able to get out of the office often and travel to stories a lot. Editors make some of the most wonderful, magical stories while crammed into editing bays the size of a closet. Not tonight. We think our editors deserve a little bit more elbow room. Our next Emmy recipients have a chance for the best seat in the house. Sorry. Okay, it's coming to an end. Please, check them out.
Editor Program, Non-News, Steve Plummer, Ron Shera Productions, Brian Vandell, Iowa Public Television, Skip Davis, Myers Communications Group, Jerry Lasko, Twin Cities Public Television. Editor Short Form, Robert Lindy, Results Unlimited, Arthur Cook, KSTP TV, Chad Gilmore, KMSP TV. Editor News within 24 hours, Jason Hansen, KSTP. Editor News, no time limit, Nick Moran, KGAN TV. Jennifer Livingston, WKBT TV. Editor Sports, no time limit, Nicole Kunkel, Fox Sports North.
And our Emmy recipients for these categories, and again, please hold the applause till the end. Program Non-News, Jerry Lasko, Minnesota's Deadliest Tornadoes, Twin Cities Public Television. Editor Short Form Promo PSAs, Chad Gilmore, KMSP WFTC. Editor News within 24 hours, Jason Hansen, KSTP. Editor News No Time Limit, Jennifer Livingston, WKBT TV. And Editor Sports No Time Limit, Nicole Kunkel, Fox Sports Net. North.
Has taught us to fear. They are mighty.
Celebrate My 29's new comedy lineup starting June 7th. Start your evening off right with back-to-back dishes of ramen from 9 to 10.
Guilt! Guilt! That means love! Players are in full swing at Fort Snelling Golf Course Thursday.
We got a bunch of folks out here doing a couple of scrambles.
As long as I hit the ball, I'm good.
Despite what it says up there, I'm Jerry Laxo, L-A-K-S-O. Twin Cities Public Television, Minnesota's Deadliest Tornadoes. Thank you, Mariel Hammer, Butch Bowering, Mike Phillips, and especially Margaret Traeger-Krause.
I'm Jason Hansen. This is for editing. News, deadline under 24 hours. Thanks, everybody.
Jennifer Livingston, News, no time limit. I about peed my pants when they said editors could talk, so thanks.
I'm standing in for Chad Gilmore, who won so recently he wasn't able to get back up here to accept this, so I'll hand it off to him once he gets back to us. Oh, here you go. Chad Gilmore, everyone. Chad Gilmore.
All right. Thanks, Kevin, for trying to steal the show from me. Thank you, Scott, Carol, Nick, Katie, Danielle. Appreciate it. That's it.
I'm Nicole Kunkel from Fox Sports, and I became an editor because I'm terrified of talking in front of people. So I just want to thank everybody at Fox Sports and my mom, who came here tonight with me, too. So.
Hold on. We got to do our Slumberland best seat in the house. I'm doing the dude with the hat because you made him do your dirty work, bro. Again, Rob, I'm sorry. You can bring him with you. Do it. All right. All right. To present our next awards, please welcome my co-workers, Kim Inslee and Boyd Hoopert from Care 11.
Hello, Boyd.
You're up late tonight.
I am. Frankie V, you sealed this for me. Thank you for the heads up. Appreciate it.
Graphics are an important part of visual storytelling.
Yes, and so tonight we are going to honor the artists whose graphics and animations dazzle us with information and perspective that you can't always get with the words in the video.
Graphic arts, graphics, news, Chad Hagg, WCCO. Graphics, non-news, Stephen Flynn, Twin Cities Public Television. Chad Gilmore, KMSP TV. Maranatha Wilson, WCCO TV. Graphic arts, animation, non-news, Brian Wienholz, KMSP TV. Kenneth Schellen, Animation Dynamics. Brent Willett, Mediacom Connections. Graphic arts, animation, news, Jan Case, Mayo Clinic. Arthur Koo, KSTP TV.
All right, and the Emmys go to?
Graphic Arts News, Chad Haig, WCCO TV. Graphic Arts Non-News, Chad Gilmore, KMSP WFTC TV.
Graphic arts, animation, non-news, Brent Willett, Mediacom Connections, I'm sorry. And graphic arts, animation, news, Arthur Koo, KSTP TV. And sadly, because Boyd and I are here, I think that means no speeches for you all, but please do come up and accept your awards.
Celebrate My 29's new comedy lineup starting June 7. Start your evening off right with back-to-back dishes of ramen from 9 to 10.
Guilt! Guilt! That means love!
Then it's a half-hour special with The Office.
This year's entries in our sports categories.
110 taxi drivers or owners have been cited for license violations in Minneapolis. We investigated every single one. We found.
This year's entries in our sports categories jumped 25%, and it's not just because we have a new Twins stadium.
Really? I would have made a jump just for that. This year's nominees produced a variety of live events that not only showcased the new ballpark, but also focused on high school athletics as well, and challenging their audience to compete in their own nutty golf tournament. Okay.
Sports one-time special. Hockey Day Minnesota, Fox Sports North. Countdown to Target Field, Fox Sports North. Golf Nut, WCCO TV. Pigskin Preview, KIMT TV. Sporting Event Game, live unedited program special. Target Field Opener, Minnesota Twins, Fox Sports North. Minnetonka versus Hill Murray Boys, Minnesota State Hockey Tournament semifinals, KSTC TV. Hopkins versus Henry Sibley, Minnesota Boys State Basketball Tournament semis, KSTC TV. Hockey Day Minnesota Outdoor Game, Fox Sports North. Sporting Event Game, live unedited series. Wild Hockey, Fox Sports North. Minnesota Wild Year 9, Minnesota Wild Broadcasting. Community Cable Public Access Sporting Event Game, live or live to tape. AHST versus Madrid High School Football, Mediacom Connections. Lincoln Salt Dogs versus St. Paul Saints, CTN Studios.
And the Emmy for Sports One-Time Special goes to Golf Nut. WCCO TV, Scott Wooldridge, Director of Promotions Production.
The Emmy for Sporting Event Game Live Unedited Program goes to Minnesota State Hockey Tournament, KSTC-TV, Dennis Silva, producer.
The Emmy for Sporting Event Game Live Unedited Series, Minnesota Wild Year 9, Minnesota Wild Broadcasting, Maggie Kukar, Executive Producer, Patrick O'Connor, Producer, Director. Community Cable Public Access Sporting Event Game, AHST versus Madrid High School Football, Mediacom Connections, Lance Herbold, Producer.
Welcome to Hazeltine National Golf Club, home of the 2009 PGA Championship and several other major tournaments. Today is not one of those.
Askin side of the net. Scores! It's over!
Minnesota Wild at home against rival Vancouver. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Terhart. Welcome to XL Energy Center. I'm in the press box. My broadcast partner, Mike Greenley.
The AHST Vikings have been pillaging opposing defenses by air and by land. But will a soggy night in Madrid and a massive opposing line thwart their attack?
Sports broadcasting booths aren't exactly the best seat in the house always. You know where I'm going with this? Yeah, Slumberland. That's what I'm talking. Have I mentioned Slumberland enough tonight? All right, well, we thank them always for these seats. But it'll be challenging for our next nominees to be brief when they usually are used to talking for hours on end.
On-camera talent, sports analyst, Kevin Gord, Fox Sports North. Ron Coomer, Fox Sports North. On-camera talent, sports play-by-play, Dick Bremer, Fox Sports North, Minnesota Twins. Tom Hanneman, Fox Sports North, Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony LaPanta, Fox Sports North.
By the way, Twins are tied in the 5th, so, okay. What? But the Yankees lost. All right, there we go. Yeah. But the Rays won. Okay, I'm done. Please hold our applause. The Emmys go to, congratulations to, talent sports analyst, Ron Coomer, Fox Sports North. Talent sports play-by-play, Anthony LaPanta, Fox Sports North. Please come up to the stage and accept your awards.
And go right down to the hitting zone, which is right out in front of you. And it's kind of this motion, and Denard is really doing it well. There for a little while, he was hitting a lot of fly balls, and you were getting a lot of this. The barrel was starting to drop down just a little, and instead of squaring the ball up here, he was getting underneath.
Time for Minnesota. Sacchetti walks in. Score! Well, baby. Nico Sacchetti on the power play, and Minnesota is even with 2:19 to play.
I'm Anthony LaPanta, Fox Sports North. I spend most of my nights sitting next to Ron Coomer, so it'd only be fitting that if I get a seat, he gets the one next to me.
I'm Ron Coomer with Fox Sports North, and thanks to Fox, because for 17 years I played baseball and never considered it a job, and now I get to go to the ballpark and still get paid to go to the ballpark and broadcast games. So thanks, guys. And Anthony, where to go?
Take your best seats in the house, guys. Ron Coomer, man. Yeah, you got it. My gosh. Remember that one time when you were playing for the Twins and I stole your pine tar and you just came up to me just like screaming mad? I was so scared out of my boots. Do you remember that one? Oh, okay. All right. All right, please welcome our next presenter, Jeff Ballion from KMSP TV in the Twin Cities and Mary LaHammer from Twin Cities Public Television.
As we honor professionals tonight, we're also taking some time to recognize those who are the future of our industry.
Many of tonight's Emmy nominees got their start at the excellent colleges and universities in our region.
Tonight we have more than 20 students from the University of Minnesota, Winona State, St. Thomas, and the University of South Dakota volunteering to help us with our production, and that is a record, and let's give them all a hand.
We also set a record this year with 25 entries from colleges entering our Student Production Awards, and here are the nominees.
Student Production Newscast Program, Campus News, Minnesota State University Moorhead, UTVS News, St. Cloud State University. Student Production Single Story Feature Segment, iPhone Text Security, University of Minnesota, Art Shanty Project, University of Minnesota, The Nester, Minnesota State University Moorhead, Scheffelbein Farms, UTVS, St. Cloud State University, How to Nose Press, UTVS, St. Cloud State, Can't Finish Calf Meal, These Pigs Will, TommyMedia.com, University of St. Thomas, Student Production, Sports Program, Event, Playoff Pay Dirt, TommyMedia.com, College Hockey Weekend, Bethany Lutheran College, College Hockey Weekend Pregame Show, Bethany Lutheran College, Husky Mag, UTVS. Student Production Programs, Non-News Sports. AV Fuzz, UTVS, St. Cloud State. Inspired by Nature, Minnesota State University Moorhead. Nigerian Kings, MCTC Cinema Division.
All right. The Emmys go to in the Student Production Newscast, UTVS News, St. Cloud State University.
Student Production Single Story, that goes to Scheffelbein Farms, and that is UTVS, St. Cloud State University.
Student Production Sports Program and Event, Husky Mag, UTVS, St. Cloud State University, Jordan Winan, producer.
And Student Production Program Non-News Sports, Inspired by Nature, that's Minnesota State University Moorhead.
Coming up tonight on UTVS News, the money trail. A central Minnesota school gets a surprising request in the aftermath of the Tom Petters trial.
Plus, paying the bill, Minnesota's highest court ruled on billing Minnesota inmates for room and board.
In untamed land. I like to define nature as more than what is out there that was there 1,000 years ago.
Good-looking stuff. Wow.
That's great.
Some of tonight's nominees have spent countless hours producing stories and program to help educate children and their parents about issues they face in their daily lives.
And as you'll see, our nominees used everything from hard-hitting facts to puppets to help people improve and educate people in their communities and their schools.
Children's Single Story Feature Segment. No restrictions, no nothing. KAAL. Kids in Government's biggest fan. Lakeville Government Television. Children Program Special Series. Kids Show, Episode 10, Communication Research. Nature Adventures with Terry and Todd, number 201, South Dakota Public Television. Lakeville Kids in Government, Lakeville Government. Education Schools, Single Story, Assumption of Safety, CARE TV, Crossing the Line, Teacher-Student Sexual Relationships, KCRG TV, Never Too Late, KMSP TV. Education Schools Program Special Series, Calculated Success, Twin Cities Public Television, What's Cool in Our School, CARE TV. Community Cable Public Access Edited Program Education, Eagle Eye, March 18th, 2010, Apple Valley High School, ISD 196. Pride in Achievement, the Irondale High School Experience, North Suburban Access Corporation.
And the winners are Children 12 and Under, Single Story, Lakeville Kids in Government.
Children 12 and Under program, Lakeville Kids in Government.
Education Schools, Single Story, Never Too Late, KMSP.
KMSP TV, all right. Education Schools program, What's Cool in Our School, CARE TV.
And Community Cable Public Access Education, Eagle Eye, Apple Valley High School.
Has always been fascinated by puppets.
Yeah, Steve loves puppets.
I know he loves the puppets. He's got a real passion for doing puppets.
Now, at 80 years old, Alice Smith,
Ashley Baker,
has followed her dream
Kyle Jewell,
straight
Tabitha Bender,
down the aisle.
Alice Smith.
I'm ready to go! Give me your tired...
I'm somebody that's breathing. Let's go, let's go. We don't have all day. Come on out.
Your poor...
Where are you from?
Your huddled masses yearning to breathe free.
And good evening. I'm Carol Ruppel of KMSP and WFTC. And the reason we're here tonight celebrating our successes in Minneapolis rather than in Chicago is in large part because of Teresa Vickery Pfister. And Teresa, would you come join me on stage?
Shouldn't have had that glass of wine.
Over 10 years ago, Stanley Hubbard and Harold Crump committed to creating the Upper Midwest chapter of NATIS. And the first person that Harold hired to make it happen was Teresa. She researched and wrote the bylaws and became our first executive director. Under her leadership, our chapter has expanded to include advanced media, cable, and community access. Many of you here tonight. She created the Student Awards for high school students. She created the Governor's Award for our community outreach. And under her stewardship, our chapter has grown to more than 400 members today. What we love most about Teresa is her ever-present optimism, that wry sense of humor that she has, and her unflagging passion for all things television. Now, Teresa retired as executive director earlier this year after 10 years of service with our chapter. But even in retirement, she has helped the new leadership team plan this successful gala, and she's been sitting over there all night. Teresa, we wish you all the best in your retirement and everything that you have going forward.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate this. Thank you very much. I miss you guys.
Intimate performances by talented artists are what make the Cities 97 sampler special and popular. But the brush strokes only last so long. And so do dream fishing trips.
Every second counted. Her organs were shutting down fast. The doctors and nurses worked feverishly to save her life. It was touch and go for days.
So if 6.5 million views on YouTube is the equivalent of a standing ovation, then an encore was long overdue.
Teresa Vick, I mean, yeah. Do it. Please welcome our next presenters, Jim Schiffman from Lakeville Government Television and Christine Ward from KGAN in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
First, I gotta say, I'm presenting with the most stylish guy in the house. He's wearing sneakers with his suit. Not bad.
Well, it's because they're size 14, and after a while, they kind of hurt, so.
Excuse me.
Anyway, let's get down to the business at hand. Here's how popular health, science, and environmental stories are today. This year, we received nearly 40 entries in the next 3 categories.
Of our 16 nominees, 12 of them come from different stations and companies all across our chapter.
Health, Science, Environmental single-story feature segment. Princess Jenna, KCRG. A Harp for Hospice, CARE. The Violinist, Tremors, CARE. Cancer, You Didn't Win, KQDS. Dr. Jack, KAAL. Never Give Up, KMSP. Gasping for Help, KMSP. Conscientious Objector, School Vaccination Investigation, KSTP. Health, Science, Environment Program. Medical Edge Composite, Mayo Clinic. Home Births on the Rise, WCCO. Feel Better, Minnesota, Twin Cities Public Television. A Parent's Grief, KBJR. Reality Check on Healthcare, WCCO. Everyday Trauma, Kids Mental Wellness, Twin Cities Public Television. Community Cable Public Access edited program, Health Medical Wellness. Mental Wellness, Minnesota National Guard 2010, North Suburban Access Corporation. Inside Healthcare, Health East Care System.
Okay, and our winners are tonight Health, Science, Environment, Single Story, A Harp for Hospice, CARE TV, Boyd Hupert, reporter, Jonathan Mollett, photojournalist. Okay, and then we have Health, Science, Environment Program, Medical Edge, Mayo Clinic, David Coleman, photojournalist, editor, Vivian Williams, reporter. And Community Cable Public Access, Health, Inside Healthcare, Health East, Jody Ricotta, producer, Monty Stupert, photographer, editor.
As a result, each one of the instrument's 22 strings sounds pleasing with the others.
And there's not a harsh note on there.
Meaning hospice patients like Al don't have to just listen to soothing music.
After 35 years of being in the Minnesota Orchestra, I love it as much now as the first day I started.
But when Roger Frisch draws the bow across the strings, especially on high notes, his arm shakes from a condition called essential tremor.
The euphoria of the trip had barely faded when weeks later, Roxy faced the most critical journey of her life. A deadly infection had attacked her.
I could see the spots on her arm.
As we know, our region is rich with history, arts, and entertainment.
And we love to tell stories about it. This year we received 30 entries in our next 4 categories.
Our nominees also represent more than a dozen different stations and companies all across the upper Midwest.
Historic, cultural, nostalgic single story. Castle Accordion, WCCO TV. Outdoor rinks in Minnesota, Fox Sports North. Waterloo Cemetery, KCRG. Egan 150th Historical Video, ETV. Ko Kalia Yang, Twin Cities Public Television. Holocaust Survivors, My Grandparents and Their Legacy, CARE TV. Arts Entertainment, Single Story Feature Segment. 50th Guthrie Shakespeare, CARE. Carillon, What? KAAL. Arty and Entertaining Good Questions, WCCO. Making of the City's 97 Sampler, WCCO. The Lacrosse Blue Stars, WKBT. The Beat of Bird Island, CARE. Arts Entertainment Program Special Series. 21 Cards Game Show, the CW, Twin Cities. Never Stop Singing, Myers Communication Group. Minnesota Original, Episode 102, Twin Cities Public Television. Community Cable Public Access, Edited Program Entertainment. Take a Hike, Mike, Hastings Community TV. The Case of the Community Caper, North Suburban Access Corporation. Word on the Street, Above the Line Entertainment.
And please hold your applause until we announce all the names. And the Emmy goes to Holocaust Survivors, My Grandparents and Their Legacy, CARE TV, Scott Goldberg, reporter. For Arts and Entertainment Single Story, Making of the City's 97 Sampler, WCCO TV. Tony Canas, photojournalist, and Frank Vassalero, reporter. Arts and Entertainment Program, Never Stop Singing, Myers Communication Group. Peter Myers, executive producer. And Community Cable Public Access Entertainment, The Case of the Community Caper. CTV North Suburbs, Shannon Hunter, producer. And please come on stage and accept your award.
Grandma and Grandpa met and were married at Bergen-Belsen. Today, mass graves there hold the bodies of 50,000 Jewish prisoners and 20,000 Soviet soldiers who were killed.
Intimate performances by talented artists.
But yet, that somehow has made meaning for us. And it's that journey in finding all of that that I find extraordinary.
News on the march. The CTV production truck was a most trusted vehicle.
Our next nominees watch out for you, the consumers. Plus, they keep a close eye on our political system and leaders.
They ask bureaucrats and bureaucracies the tough questions to give you the facts to make up your own minds on the issues important to you.
Business Consumer Single Story, Sky High, KGAN. Getting the most for your gold, CARE. Politics Government Single Story Feature Segment. Up in Smoke, KGAN, TV 12. Battling cancer and bureaucracy without insurance, CARE. Making mistakes, absentee ballot investigation, KSTP. Politics Government Program Special Series, Almanac at the Capitol, Twin Cities Public Television, Capitol Report, Senate Media Services.
Okay, no, I'm not supposed to be biased, but I'm excited to announce this next one. Sky High, KGAN TV. Jack Miller, reporter. Nick Barone, photojournalist. Politics, Government, Single Story, Battling Cancer and Bureaucracy Without Insurance, CARE TV. John Croman, reporter. Politics, Government Program, Capitol Report. Senate Media Services, Julie Barkley, producer, moderator. Steve Alwell, director.
Well, the ones that really get your attention are for the eastern half of the country because most of the AirTran flights go through Atlanta here. Take a look at these recent fares. Cedar Rapids to San Antonio, $513, but Moline down to San Antonio, only $359.
The two part-time gigs paid the bills, but not enough for her to buy health insurance. Laura did not like being uninsured, but she'd never been sick. In fact, she'd never even been to a hospital. And she assumed that if her life were ever on the line, some safety net would kick in.
His second term will be his last. Governor Tim Pawlenty details the work he has yet to do in this week's Capitol Report. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Capitol Report. I'm Julie Barkey.
Today is the wedding of the Amato quintuplets. I'm the father of the brides, the man who has to pay for all this. For a wedding gift, I gave each of my angels the new Sony Betamax SL5000. It's the most ingenious Betamax ever created, the simplest and easiest to use. Its advanced front-loading system is just amazing, and it even has remote control and beta scan. But the real genius of this Betamax is its price.
The genius of Betamax, only from Sony.
All right, we're making good time, too. Those vintage clips are awesome. Okay, Teresa, unfortunately, I'm told that I'm not going to let you spend the rest of your retirements in the Slumberland Best Seats in the House. This year, we have 2 new craft categories that really demonstrate how the media business is changing before our eyes. Tonight, we recognize the multimedia journalist, or video journalist, or backpack journalist, or one-man band, whatever we're going to call them. We are also recognizing those who have to produce their content for many different platforms.
Multimedia journalist Ben Garvin, Pioneer Press. David Gillette, Twin Cities Public Television. John Gross, KSTP. Kyle Porter, CARE. Richard Song Tatari, Minneapolis Star Tribune. Brian Peterson, Star Tribune. Interactivity, McKenna Ewan, Ewan Media. Julie Anderson, CARE TV.
All right, our Emmys go to. And again, please hold applause until the end. Multimedia journalist, Minnesota Stories, Star Tribune. And interactivity, rubbedout.net, McKenna Ewan, producer, James Eli Schiffer, reporter.
Because the bottom deck.
In a city where gangsters ruled and cops looked the other way, Arthur Casherman's headlines screamed for justice. He knew it was dangerous to say too much about what was wrong in Minneapolis.
I'm Rich Song Tatari. I'm from the Minneapolis Star Tribune. I'd like to thank my wife and my baby daughter, Sophia, and thanks for the Star Tribune for committing to real storytelling.
I'm McKenna Ewan with the Star Tribune, and this award also belongs to James Schiffer, who did a great job with the story. So thank you.
Just to have the chutzpah to wear a green bow tie. Take the best seat in the house, would you?
This is for my boss, Corey Powell. But you know that green watermark that you see in all of our videos and we can't get it off?
There it is. Okay.
It's now on the bow tie.
All right, to introduce our next inductee into the Upper Midwest Emmy Silver Circle, please welcome Barbara Rielts to the stage from KBJR in Duluth.
Let me tell you about Michelle Lee. I first met her in 1990 when she came to work at the station where I was. She'd been at the CBS affiliate. She came in as an experienced anchor, but we didn't have any anchor positions for her. Didn't bother Michelle. She went right to work, toting the tripod and slogging through the snow and getting the stories, just like the rest of us out there. She has never hesitated. Since then, she's become our primary anchor. It has never stopped her. She has gone out and continued to get the story when we need her. She's out there, again, carrying the tripod, doesn't bother her. And even in this day of multimedia journalists, one-man bands, whatever we call them, I've seen her pick up a camera and run out there and do that, and she's our primary anchor. Michelle is a consummate journalist. I want you to look at 34 years of Michelle Lee.
Michelle Lee began her career at KXGR-FM radio in Grand Rapids, Minnesota in 1976. Her duties included making the rounds to the local cop shops and cleaning the bathrooms once a week. She didn't mind wielding a scrub brush as her male co-workers had to cut the lawn and climb the radio tower. Michelle was then hired by KSTP-AM as a reporter and newscaster, counting Charlie Bush and John McDougall as her early mentors. Lee made the transition to television in 1983 as a reporter and news anchor at KDLH-3 in Duluth, Minnesota. In 1990, Lee joined the news team at KBJR-6 in Duluth. Today, she anchors the weeknight news on KBJR-6, produces the late evening news, and reports. Her recent reports include a series on illegal drug trafficking and the effort to legalize medical marijuana. Michelle was instrumental in developing a 2-year public service campaign to promote cardiovascular health in the Northland. For this effort, she was awarded the Excellence in Medical Journalism Award by the Minnesota Medical Association and the American Heart Association. Lee has been relentless in her reporting on the obesity epidemic. When she found herself in the same plight, she shared her own successful battle with obesity. Her award-winning series, Our Sister's Children, was the result of Lee's travels to Russia in 1999 to document the plight of orphans and Northland's efforts to reach out to the people of Duluth's Russian sister city. She organized a penny drive raising $25,000 to buy supplies for Russian orphanages. Lee was also instrumental in fundraising for the construction of a state-of-the-art animal shelter in Duluth, which is now on track to become a no-kill shelter. Lee has served as a mentor to dozens of young journalists, providing voice coaching, writing assistance, and a sympathetic ear. Many of those young reporters have gone on to careers in much larger markets.
Michelle, come on up. My colleague, my coworker, my friend.
Oh my God! Where did those years go? Okay, I'm going to keep this brief. Once upon a time, before Google, before the internet, before many of the journalists in this room were even born, it was a time many considered the golden age of television. Viewers, get this, had 3 network newscasts to choose from, along with corresponding affiliates offering up the local news at 6 and 10. It was a time when a 38 share in the ratings wasn't strong enough to guarantee a number 1. A time when the newsroom was filled with the sounds of chattering teletypes, electric typewriters, and on a rare occasion, well, it was pretty frequent, the sharp tap to a 3/4-inch deck that failed to record on command. It was a time when reporters, photographers, and editors worked as a team, focusing on that big story of the day as they chain-smoked cigarettes and chugged coffee right at their desk. A time when news anchors, well, we were just considered readers. Few of us were practicing journalists and most simply disappeared between newscasts. Hope they don't do that nowadays. No? Okay. It was also a time when newsrooms had big budgets and used them to support the efforts of bright and thoughtful journalists eager to get the story and get it right. How things have changed. Today, with the advent of computers, the internet, mobile apps, and digital technology, our jobs, well, they simply have been reinvented. Reporters now shoot, write, and edit their own stories on laptops, FTP them to the stations, at lightning speed. Anchors no longer have the luxury of just being readers. In addition to anchoring, multi-newscasts, many of us serve as producers. We proofread, we gather the news, mentor others in our community, and we're also community leaders. Most of us lend our names to causes and spend our free time promoting a better quality of life to our communities that we choose to set our roots. The ashtrays, the typewriters, and 40-pound recording decks have gone the way of rotary telephones. Budgets and staff have been cut. We have all learned to do more with less. So much has changed, yet the key elements of that golden age of television has survived and continues to thrive. Those bright and thoughtful journalists that we honor here tonight, eager to get the story and get it right. I applaud each and every one of you in this room tonight. You're in for an exciting career if you hang in there. Working these past 33 years as a journalist, I have observed the changes and I've learned to adapt to the changes in our industry. It's been challenging, but I couldn't imagine doing it any other way. And I couldn't have done it without my wonderful family who didn't have me there at home at night, and a lot of you people can understand that. You've all gone through that yourselves. It hasn't been pleasant. I couldn't have done it with my mentors and the two best bosses in the world, Barbara Riles and Dave Jench. I want to thank the Academy and thank you all for honoring me tonight. I was going to say I'm speechless, but I've already gone almost 2 minutes. Thank you.
That's a good finish. Yeah.
And if you're lucky,
keep it cocked as long as you can.
he'll impart some golf tips and wisdom your way.
6,000 volunteers.
You can get all these different age groups going. It's great.
Because we do a lot of volunteering anyway in different places.
News on the march. The CTV production truck was a most trusted vehicle. And
show up hoping to achieve the popular of all high school activities.
Please welcome our next presenters, Liz Collin from WCCO TV and Jay Trobeck from KELO in Sioux Falls.
Oh, wish you could see out there. It looks like a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot.
If it wasn't for good promotion, some people might never see the shows that we produce.
Yeah, so tonight we honor the men and women who create the promotions that inform and entertain our audiences.
News Promo Campaign. Your Eastern Iowa campaign, KWWL TV. Every day, WCCO TV. Single Spot Promotion. Happy Hour Last Call, KMSP TV. Weather Where You Live, KMSP TV. Wake Up with Fox 9, KMSP TV. Image Promotion from WCCO TV. 5 Eyewitness News Story Brand, KSTP TV. Happy Hour on My 29, KMSP TV. Weather Where You Live, KMSP TV. Sports Single Spot Promotion, RVTV, WHO TV. Football Friday, WHO TV. Wild, It's in Our Blood, Fox Sports North.
Okay, and the Emmys go to, again, please hold your applause. Except for the back row, we got to cut them off the alcohol. They're getting kind of rowdy. First up, Every Day, WCCO TV, Casey Kespel.
Promotion Single Spot, Happy Hour Last Call, KMSP.
Promotion Image, Happy Hour on My 29, KMSP.
And Promotion Sports Single Spot, Football Friday, WHO.
Please come to the stage and accept your awards. Come on up.
Start your evening off right with back-to-back dishes of ramen from 9 to 10.
Guilt! Guilt! That means love!
Then it's a half-hour special with The Office, now working overtime at 10 o'clock.
That's what she said.
Get happy early with a complimentary appetizer of Malcolm in the Middle from 3 to 4 p.m.
This is the way you react to wonderful news?
Then enjoy 2-for-1 laughs with King of the Hill from 4 to 5.
A great commercial can make you laugh, it can make you call a loved one, or most importantly, it can get you to buy something.
Tonight's nominees in the commercial category are a select few of more than 30 entries that did everything from pitching products, education, and public service to pitching good times at the ballpark.
Single spot commercial. You bake, it's delicious. KSTP TV. Twinsportation. Periscope. Handshake. Periscope. Commercial campaign. Minnesota State University Mankato. WCCO TV. 2010 Minnesota Twins campaign. Periscope. Life reinvented. Results unlimited. Community Public Service PSA. Single spot. Flu spot. Pairs. Minnesota Broadcasters Association. By the Numbers. Fiscal year-end appeal. Iowa Public Television. Toys for Tots PSA featuring Tonic Sulfa. Tonic Sulfa. No Channel Left Behind. KMSP TV. Community Public Service PSA campaign. Edina Girl. Edina Community Channel 16. Mundane Moments. Donate Life campaign. Sharkbait Productions.
And the Emmys go to commercial single spot, Twinsportation, Periscope.
Commercial campaign 2010 Minnesota Twins campaign, also Periscope.
And under the public service announcement single spot category, No Channel Left Behind, KMSP TV.
And public service announcement campaign, Mundane Moments, Donate Life campaign, Sharkbait Productions.
Again, please come to the stage to receive your awards.
Where do you want Joe Mauer?
Mauer, behind the plate.
Got a span and a Kadir.
Outfield. Nathan, bullpen.
My tongue isn't going to stick to that pole.
Oh, yeah? Well, I double dog dare you.
My tongue is not going to stick to that pole.
Oh, yeah? Well, I triple dog dare you.
Oh. All right.
No channel should be left behind. No channel left behind. Like it says right here.
Producers must like puzzles. Imagine the number of different pieces that they have to put together for every program or story.
We are talking not only dealing with talent, but writers, reporters, photographers, engineers. They are always coordinating whoever and whatever it takes to get the show on the air.
Program producer, Jeffrey Bile, Fox Sports North. Jan Selby, Quiet Island Films. Kevin Myers, KMSP TV. Single story feature segment producer, Joseph Marr, Fox Sports North. Bill Shirk, Ron Shera Productions.
And the Emmys go to, under producer program, A Circle and Three Lines.
And the producer's single story, Hooked on a Cure, Bill Shirk, Ron Shera Productions.
Few people understood the original meaning.
I have no idea where the peace symbol came from.
Some free-loving hippies started it up with a sketch pad and a pencil.
That some of the nuns in the school would say it were meant
with the wind blowing and the
cart and whatnot. I don't know how he's managed to keep a steady hand.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
A lunch stop proves a welcome rest. Well, except for Bob.
Hey, come here, Bob. It's coming along. It's nice.
And here it is, the greatest advance in television since color television itself. The ultimate in performance and convenience. 7-function remote control color television, so beautiful it enhances any decor. Clean, modern styling. The one big feature that sets it apart is an amazing new wireless wizard electronic remote control. So perfected, you can operate every control, all 7 functions, and each function is completely variable.
All right, Twins 10-10, tied. Gopher football also tied 10-10. True. Okay, we've been reserving the Slumberland best seats in the house for winners in about 15 minutes. Gonna shake it up. I'm going mobile, out and about, to some people who aren't even nominated, just some random people that are here from... You? You want it, dude? All right, I'll think about it. All right, remember, we're looking for the most creative and sincere speeches as well. Maybe we can have our next nominees help me out in picking who's next. It's an impressive list of hosts, commentators, and performers.
On-camera talent, commentator, editorialist. Don Shelby, WCCO-TV. David Gillette, Twin Cities Public Television. On-camera talent, performer, narrator. Tom Hanneman, Fox Sports North, Minnesota Timberwolves. Jim Schiffman, Lakeville Government Television. On-camera talent, program host, moderator. Ann Carroll, Fox Sports North. Mary LaHammer, Twin Cities Public Television.
All right, our Emmys go to commentator, editorialist. Good to know. Don Shelby, WCCO-TV. Performer, narrator, Jim Schiffman, Lakeville Government Television. And program host, moderator, Ann Carroll, Fox Sports North.
Here's one from Michael Cashmark. We need oil, he says, until we can figure out alternatives. Thanks, Michael, and you're right. Problem is, as long as we blindly rely on oil for transportation, we won't put necessary research funds into alternatives.
Hey there, everyone. It is I, Hank the Hog, here for this edition of Hank's World. And, you know, I'm just going to share this little tidbit with you. The other day, I was here at City Hall.
Welcome back to the show. Along the banks of the Mississippi here in Minneapolis, at the other end of the river, the NFC title game Sunday in New Orleans. Now, the Mississippi starts up in Lake Itasca, Minnesota, winds its way south about 2,350 miles.
Thank you. The way this all started was I was in my news director's office one day spouting off, which I don't do very often. And he said, if you can cut that down to 45 seconds, I think we can make a spot for you. And the rest is history. I want to thank everyone who's allowed me to say the truth, according to me. And thank you for allowing me to be in this community for 32 years. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you. After 30 years of putting my hand up a puppet's backside, I got the lady. Thank you.
Yeah. Go. All respect, sir. No, there's 2 seats. There's 2 seats. Yeah. Thanks for having me. He's Don Shelby. All right, please welcome our next presenters, Monica Hannon from KFRY-TV in Bismarck, North Dakota, and Beth Jett from KQDS-TV in Duluth.
Our audiences either like our next nominees or they don't. It can change, like the weather.
Yet they are the ones that we count on when storms strike and when we want some sun.
Weather single story series, Inside Kelloland, Spring Flooding, Kello TV. Tornado Anniversary, WDIO TV. Weathercast, Keith Gibson, KEVN TV. Mark Schnackenberg, KWWL TV. Chad Sandwell, KMEG TV. Jay Trobeck, Kello TV. Weather continuing coverage. Severe weather blizzard, KCRG. August 19th tornado, WCCO TV. Blizzard of 09, KCCI.
All right.
Please hold your applause until we announce all the names.
Weather single story, Tornado Anniversary, WDIO TV, Justin Lyles, Chief Meteorologist.
Weathercast, Jay Trobeck, Kello TV.
Weather continuing coverage, Blizzard of 09, KCCI TV, John McLaughlin, Chief Meteorologist, Curtis Gertz, Meteorologist. Please come to the stage to accept your awards.
There are storms in the forecast. The day called for these storms to pass south of the Twin Ports. For the Norrell family vacationing at their cabin on Boulder Lake, the day would change their lives forever. It was 6:40 p.m. when it was raining.
Which we circled there in yellow, now working its way through southeastern Kelloland, southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa, continue to lift to the north, and that's our 2 to 4 inch band for tonight. We'll see lows in the teens to the low 20s. Very windy in the case of Rapid City with a low temperature of 9.
First the snow, now the wind and cold. Winter storm warning has now become a blizzard warning.
The dangerous storm is on our doorstep. We have complete storm team coverage. Eric Hansen's out there checking rural conditions.
The nominees in our next sports category are used to competition, and they have a lot of it in this year's Emmys.
Almost 40 people entered our next 4 categories, which featured all sorts of sports from the pros to lawn tennis in Iowa.
Sports single story feature segment, Triumphant, WCCO. Jory's Fight Off the Field, KGAN. All Iowa Lawn Tennis Club, KMSP. Andrews Run from Darkness, CARE. Hockey Day Minnesota Essay, Fox Sports North. Jackson Sabo, When a Team Becomes Family, KSTP. Sports News Series. Under the Lights, Building of Target Field, Fox Sports North. Vikings on the road to the NFC Championship, KSTP. Dome Days, CARE. 50 Greatest Twins, Fox Sports North. Sports Program Series outside of news. Extra Bases, Twins postgame show, KMSP. Harrison Barnes, Eye of the Storm, KCCI. High School Sports Rally, WCCO. Gophers Live Composite, Fox Sports North. Rosen Sports Sunday, WCCO. Community Cable Public Access Edited Program Sports. HCTV Sports with Manny Hill, Hastings Community TV. The Cardinal Way, Learning to Fly, CTN Studios.
Okay, please hold your applause until we announce all of the winners. Sports, single story, Andrews Run from Darkness, CARE TV, Boyd Hubert reporter.
Sports News Series, 50 Greatest Twins, Fox Sports North, Jeffrey Bile, executive producer.
Sports program series, Outside News, Harrison Barnes, Eye of the Storm, KCCI TV, Andy Garman, director.
Community Cable Public Access Sports Program, The Cardinal Way, Learning to Fly, CTN Studios, Joe Young, producer.
not actually diagnosed with autism until the summer after 3rd grade.
For Julie and Steve Gertz, everything had started out so happily for their bright-eyed second-born son.
Sturdy and steady behind the plate, Earl Batty was one of the top catchers in baseball in the early years of the Twins. For 3 straight years, Batty was awarded a Gold Glove.
Today, I am proud to announce that the school I will attend in the fall of 2010 will be the coach that I'm going to scout. Coach Roy Williams.
Adams! One more man, touchdown!
It's the most popular of all high school activities.
Voids, the tackle avoids another man.
Now, Beth, you have news for us tonight.
I do. I have a little bit of news that won't take very long, but I wanted to tell everyone, whether you know me or not, I've been in Minnesota for 5 years, and I'm leaving, actually, next month to take a job in Huntsville, Alabama. If you know me, I'm a Southern belle, and I have a 9-month-old baby daughter who needs to be spoiled by her grandparents in Alabama and Kentucky. So I just wanted to tell everyone I've so thoroughly enjoyed my time in Minnesota, and I thank Minnesota and the media here for helping me grow as a person, and journalistically, I am a better person for having worked and lived in Minnesota. Thank you.
All right. Well, it takes a team to cover a sports event.
It does. Our next nominees are true sports junkies. To them, each new one is a new race to the finish line.
Technical achievement. Farewell to the Metrodome. Fox Sports North. Photographer sports within 24 hours, single camera only. Matt Nelson, KCRG TV. Writer, sports, Joe Fryer, CARE TV. Writer, commentary, editorial essay, Jim Suhan, Fox Sports North, Star Tribune.
All right, please hold your applause. The Emmys go to Technical Achievement, Farewell to the Metrodome, Fox Sports North, Joseph Marr, Coordinating Producer, and Bob Rohde, Director of Operations.
Photographer, sports within 24 hours, A Night in the Bigs, KCRG TV, Matt Nelson, photojournalist.
Writer, sports, Home Field Advantage, CARE TV, Joe Fryer, reporter.
And writer, commentary, editorial, essay, Hockey Day, Minnesota, Fox Sports North, Jim Suhan.
Please come to the stage to accept your awards.
Time greats in attendance here today as they celebrate and say farewell to this stadium that has seen a pair of world championships, an all-star game, and so many great individual moments.
I like watching the young guys play because, you know, they're playing hard, trying to move up through the ranks.
A new sense of pride surrounds the brand new TCF Bank Stadium. You can see it.
I expressed myself. I'm wearing my maroon and gold today.
You can even taste it.
Then there are hockey people. Hockey people crave winter the way surfers crave waves.
She's the only one in this newsroom who could get away with what she could on the air with the pom-poms, and because what would we always say, and every viewer would say, it's Darcy.
Vikings are coming. And of course, my stylish gopher, Boa.
And believe it or not, some of them still believe that Brett Favre will be on this team.
And a whirlwind couple of months for Kiri with all the international competitions.
It's easy to imagine players racing into the new end zone.
Touchdown!
To introduce the latest into the Upper Midwest Emmy Silver Circle, here's WCCO's Pat Kessler.
You know, Darcy would feel very awkward about this, but she would
love it. It is my great privilege to accept this award on Darcy's behalf. Darcy, as many of us know, minimized her own personal importance as a reporter, which made us value her and her work even more. And I know this is the one honor that she would be most proud to accept from all of her friends and her fellow journalists here. This is an award for Darcy's Pilgrim Heart. This is an award for the struggle quietly every day that she had, every morning just to get out of bed. The hours where she was lifted out of her bed, she was bathed, she was dressed, she wheeled herself to work when it was necessary so she wouldn't be late. She refused to be seen as weak. Now, many of you may not know that Darcy's crippled hands were reinforced with steel braces, and she typed her stories at WCCO one letter at a time with this little stick. That's what she did. She willed herself to be twice as good as anyone expected, to be equal. And she was more than that. In fact, Darcy became what all of us here want to be: a tough, smart, determined, curious, creative, joyful reporter. She was a working-class hero to me. And in the end, the most endearing gift that Darcy gave to all of us and to the people she covered and to the people who watched her on television was this: her wheelchair disappeared. Thank you for Darcy. Thank you, Darcy, for giving us your gift. Thank you, everyone.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
What's the biggest risk you've ever taken?
Coming in here and applying for a job in a wheelchair.
It's worked out for you.
It sure did.
In a lullaby.
It's said with risk comes reward, that we struck gold when Darcy Paulin wheeled into our hearts and living rooms.
In 1994, she got her big break. John Culleton, the news director who first put her on the air, said today, "It may be the best thing we ever did."
Everything from helicopters to freight trains to paddle wheelers.
There are only a handful of people in my life that I've met that had made a change in me, and she is one of them.
Even when she was calling you about a tough story, you knew you were going to deal with somebody who was straight up and was going to tell you what was on her mind, and you were not going to be surprised by the story that she filed.
Friendships meant the world to Darcy.
So full of energy. She was positive, argumentative, opinionated, smart, but probably most of all, you could count on Darcy to always put her friends first.
She was probably one of the funniest people I have ever met, with the zinger just at the right moment, probably when you least expect it.
And women, here's a bonus. It's not just big fish you can catch out on those lakes. It's a great place to land a guy.
Simply put, Darcy loved life. Her exuberance for stories was infectious.
I got to interview Will Smith, one of the biggest movie stars ever!
And if there was an animal in need or abused, Darcy raced to the rescue.
Dr. Wilkinson had a wheelchair all ready for Lucky, but he wanted no part of that.
And the way she lived life brought hope to those who'd lost it.
Well, she just left all of her information with my parents and said, when she needs somebody to talk to or wants to talk, have her get in touch with me. She is really the person in my life that I can look back and see really showed me that this was not the end.
I think in the disability community, we really, we just want to be able to work and do our jobs, and the disability is secondary. And I think for a lot of people that she was the role model for that.
And when you reach the pearly gates, what do you hope to hear God say?
It's you? What are you doing here?
Over the rainbow,
All right. We're shaking this up. Oh, I know that guy. You look handsome, you bugger. All right. Aw. Do you want the Slumberland best seats in the house? Why don't the both of you go up there, you lovely ladies? Dear goodness. A lot of good-looking people here tonight. But you got to boot Dawn. That's the only thing. Shelby and Schiffman are going to... Oh, okay. Those free drinks, too. All right, hey, our next presenters from Fox Sports North. Give it up for Kevin Gorg and the sexy Ron Coomer.
Got your music and everything. Gorgie, how do they got, in a crowd full of broadcasters, a goalie and a third baseman presenting?
It's got to be our good looks, Ron. I mean, take a look at these guys. I mean, hello. We got more chins than a Chinese phone book.
Reporters are a lot like athletes. You said it. But we...
Sorry.
They both rely on fundamental skills, and they learn in the field. And always hope for a little luck like we need right now.
No kidding. Our nominees pound the streets every day looking for ordinary news to turn them into stories that become extraordinary moments.
General Assignment Report within 24 hours. Eli and Izzy's Adventure, WCCO. Ready to implode, a Father's Day gift, CARE. Economy in a Box, CARE. One Tough Turkey, KMSP. General Assignment Report without a time limit. Honor Flight, KCCI TV. Left for Dead, KGAN TV. Car Trouble, KMSP TV. Toyota Defense, CARE TV. On-camera talent, General Assignment Reporter. Chris O'Connell, KSTP TV. John Croman, CARE TV. Boyd Hoopert, CARE TV. Joe Fryer, CARE TV.
Again, please hold your applause. The Emmys go to for General Assignment Report within 24 hours. One Tough Turkey, KMSP TV. Jody Ambrose, reporter.
Car Trouble, KMSP. TV reporter, Jeff Balin, reporter.
For General Assignment Reporter, the winner is Boyd Hoopert, CARE 11.
November, you'd think a turkey would stay out of sight, but nothing ruffles this bird's feathers.
Basically, we see him guarding the intersection. He's so fun.
On that day, I did everything that I could to stop that vehicle, and that vehicle didn't stop. And every day I do wonder why I am here.
They'd love to have you in for a hot drink.
Yeah, we've had so many people here lately.
If not for the cold one, out back.
You can't really tell with the river, I guess.
Some of the biggest investigations start with a viewer tip or a confidential source.
Our nominees in the investigative categories take those tips and turn them into stories that give voice to the voiceless and hold the powerful accountable.
Investigative Report. XL Plains, KSTP. Child Bride, KMSP. State Workers Conference, KSTP. Who's Driving You Around, KSTP. Investigative Report Series. Where's the Money, KMSP TV. St. Paul Potholes, KSTP TV. On-camera talent, investigative reporter, Jeff Ballion, KMSP TV. Bob McNaney, KSTP TV.
Again, please hold your applause. The Emmys go to for investigative report single story, State Workers Conference, KSTP TV. Bob McNaney, reporter. Mike Maybay, producer.
Investigative reporter, No Time Limit. Where's the Money? KMSP TV. Jeff Balin, reporter. Bradley Swagger, photojournalist, editor.
And for investigative reporter, the winner is Bob McNaney, KSTP TV.
hard-pressed to find a prettier setting than Grandview Lodge along Gull Lake.
Some of our people are in that one.
Yeah?
Right on the deck. Already having cocktails and, I mean, does it get any better?
On this day, shortly before Christmas, Boschwitz offers Randall and his partner a $530 check, a fraction of the thousands Randall says they have coming for installing home value products.
How is that even adequate, though?
For weeks, we watched St. Paul City crews. We saw this two-man crew on back-to-back days. They started their shift by stopping at this convenience store. One day, they spent the first 30 minutes of their day off the job, but on the clock.
The Emmy feature categories traditionally get the most entries.
Our next 4 categories set a record this year with 53 entries. Since we're sports guys, we thought we'd give you a few stats about our nominees.
Of the 53 entries, 33% received nominations. Of those nominations, 1/3 came from cable public access community television stations.
The most popular topic, with 22% of the nominations, have a local tie to the earthquake in Haiti. Here are your nominees.
Light single-story feature segment, Human Interest. Lexi's Feet, Care TV. Dancing for Dominoes, KMSP TV. Homecoming King, WCCO TV. Crash for Clunkers, Care TV. Joy Goes Viral, Care TV. Feature Human Interest, Serious Single Story. Finding Her Voice, KMSP TV. The Tyler Project, Care TV. Finding Purpose, KMSP TV. Feature Human Interest Series. Finding Minnesota, WCCO TV. Hope for Haiti, KCCI TV. School Secrets, KMSP TV. Haiti After the Quake, Care TV. Community Cable Public Access Single Story Feature Segment. On the Green, Spencer Nelson, NDC4. Egan 150th Historical Video, Egan Television. Hair Dye for Haiti, Northwest Community Television, Cable 12. Feed Haiti, Edina Community Channel 16. Holiday Train, South Washington County Telecommunications Commission. Lewis House, 30th Anniversary, Lakeville Government Television.
The Emmy goes to, for light feature single story, Crash for Clunkers, Care TV, reporter Joe Fryer, photojournalist Jonathan Mallett.
Serious feature, single story, The Tyler Project, Care TV. Boyd Hooper reporter, Jonathan Mallett, photojournalist.
For feature Human Interest Series, School Secrets wins, KMSP TV, producer Julie Anderson, reporter Trish Van Pilsum, and photojournalist Bradley Swagger.
Community Cable Public Access, single story, Hair Dye for Haiti, 12 News. Northwest Community Television, Alexandria Renslow, reporter, Dustin Scroll, photojournalist, and Brendan Bankston, photojournalist.
It's pretty much a redneck car lot. Nice as he'd polished it up for the photos, it was a bit of a mess. He'd paid just $150 for the car he'd been slowly restoring, but slowly was no good anymore.
There's the culprit right there.
A 49-year-old identifies the man he says molested him years ago.
This is kind of strange looking through here.
Not from a book of suspects.
Who did this one?
Amid the chaos that is a high school cafeteria,
Kevin, yes, sir.
The students at Maple Grove are kicking it up a notch.
It all goes to a good cause. It all goes to a good cause.
The Mid-American Energy Game of the Week features 2 Titans from Class A next on MC22.
Teddy walks in.
Score! Side Hudson from the grass throws him out. Nice play. The fly ball to short right, and this is trouble. Hudson with a great catch.
Townsend looking for Oakley, now looking for Jacob in the end zone. Touchdown.
near side. Rothstein now for basket side of the net. Scores! It's over!
Each one of you is here tonight because of your passion, your work ethic, and your commitment to excellence in your profession. It is an honor to host these things because excellence goes way beyond the faces that the audiences see on the screen. Our next nominees are for special achievements in news community service and interactivity. These categories recognize the year-round commitment it takes to educate, inform, and network with the public they serve.
Special Achievement Interactivity, WCCO.com, 45.grandstadium.tv, KSTC, Fox 9 News and myfox9.com, care11.com. Special Achievement News Excellence, Care TV, KMSP TV. Special Achievement Community Service, Opus Prize 2009, University of St. Thomas.
And our Emmys go to Special Achievement Interactivity, Care 11, News Staff, Tom Lindner, News Director. Special Achievement News Excellence, Care 11 News, Tom Lindner, News Director. And Special Achievement Community Service, Opus Prize 2009, Gary Schultzenberg, University of St. Thomas.
In French.
Haiti wouldn't seem so tragic if every settlement looked like this. But they don't. The reality for most of the 1 million earthquake survivors without permanent shelter is squalor.
The search is underway right now for 2 suspects. You're looking at a live picture there from the Lake Phelan area in Maplewood. Our very own Jeffrey DeMars is on the scene in the Lake Phelan area and joins us now with the absolute latest. Hey, Jeffrey.
Hey, Hidden for decades, centuries, the plight of single mothers and their children in Casablanca, Morocco was taboo, not talked of, not dealt with. Hidden no more because of the Association Solidaire.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC. CBS presents this program in color. This is an ABC color presentation. Public Television Network. This is PBS.
All right, there's another group of people we want to honor tonight on our show who show us a commitment to our freedom every day. They are the men and women serving in our armed forces. Would you also all please just give them a nice welcome here tonight, if you would. And with that, we welcome our next presenters, Minnesota National Guard Staff Sergeant Ben Hoot Cooper and Master Sergeant Rich Kemp.
Thank you for the opportunity to present the awards for excellence in military coverage.
We'd like to welcome Major General Rick Nash and other members of the Minnesota National Guard who are here tonight with us, and especially members of the Red Bulls who returned from Iraq in February of this year.
We want to thank all of you, the TV stations, cable sports companies, community access stations, all which dedicated the resources, time, people to report on the brave men and women who serve this country here and abroad.
Tonight's nominees are the best of this year's stories from the war zone and the home front.
Military single-story feature segment, War Wounds, KGAN TV. Living Outside the Green Zone, Star Tribune. National Guard Training, Inside Look, KSTP. Letters from Vietnam, University of St. Thomas. Military Program Special Series, Poisoned Patriots, KGAN. Tee It Up for the Troops, Fox Sports North. Who Killed Doc, KSTP. The Red Bull Report, Minnesota National Guard. Don Shelby in Iraq, Citizen Soldiers, WCCO. Life After War, WHO. Mental Wellness, Minnesota National Guard 2010, North Suburban Access Corporation.
All right. Please hold your applause. The Emmys go to Military Single Story, Living Outside the Green Zone, Star Tribune. McKenna Ewan, producer. Mark Brunswick, reporter. Military Program, Who Killed Doc, KSTP TV. Mark Albert, reporter. Jim O'Connell, photojournalist. Jared Bergensen, photojournalist. Mike Mayberry, producer. Please come to the stage and accept your awards.
Everybody acts differently when there's an IED, and they know there's an IED. The vigilance was still there in your eye work, but worrying about, am I going to die when I pass this car? Am I going to die when I pass this car? Am I going to die when I pass this car? You know, it goes away, and you're just like, if I'm going to die, it's going to happen, and there's nothing, literally nothing I can do about it.
This next story will just hit you in the gut.
Yeah, David Cedergren, a sailor from South St. Paul, died in Iraq, not in combat, but because commanders ignored warnings, botched investigations, and failed to protect service members on their own base.
Cedergren's family in Minnesota was left with many questions.
Out. You're a fine-looking couple. How would the two of you like to be in the Slumberland best seat in the house for a spell? No. Can't sit next to Coom Dog. He smells anyway. Kidding. Let's give it up for our best seats in the house. And now, to the new president of the Upper Midwest Emmys, hail to the chief, Jason DeRusha.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry you've had to suffer through me announcing every single nominee tonight. We're trying to keep the ticket prices down, so instead of hiring a voiceover guy, you got me. Thank you all. I hope you're having a great time here tonight. I am the new president of the Board of Governors. You can call me president or governor. It's up to you. Sure call. Sure call. Part of the magic of the Emmy Awards is that we are celebrating, excellent work. And through the work that we all do, we bring laughter, we bring knowledge, and ideally we can bring some change to our world. So the Board of Governors Award is presented to a collaborative effort, the kind of partnerships that we all take part in to try to make our communities better. We are honored tonight to celebrate a 25-year partnership between Lakeville Government Television, Lakeville Police Department, and Lewis House, a safe haven for victims of domestic violence. In the mid-1980s, when very few in the media were talking about the issue of domestic violence, a small community access station in Lakeville was.
The story of the Lewis House and its partnerships with the Lakeville Police Department and Lakeville Government Television tell a unique tale of hope and determination. The first Lewis House opened its doors on August 28, 1979. The house would serve to provide a safe haven for victims of domestic abuse in Dakota County. During the first year, 41 women and 64 children received safe housing during their time of crisis.
It was the first resource that was ever available in our community for women and children to have a safe place to go. It was the resource for the police, and it was now a safe haven.
As talk of needing a more extensive building began, a partnership developed between the Lewis House organization and the Lakeville Police Department. They organized brown bag lunches to provide an opportunity for shelter workers and police officers to share stories, concerns, and ideas on how to create awareness of domestic abuse issues.
It was really a very small group, maybe, I think in the very beginning, maybe 10 or 15 people at the most. And then, of course, as the years went on, it mushroomed into much more.
Through its connection to the Lakeville Police Department, Lakeville Government Television began to provide local television programming to create awareness of domestic abuse issues and of the services provided by the Lewis House. LGTV first highlighted the new shelter in 1986, giving many residents their first glimpse into domestic violence issues in Dakota County.
Women who are emotionally abused are continually cut down and put down, and that may lead to violence.
The Lakeville Police Department and LGTV continue to support the shelter and its services through the luncheon and video projects that connect advocates, raise awareness, and assist victims in finding the help they need.
This partnership allows us to get into people's homes, and this partnership is going to help us end violence.
It's my pleasure to give the Board of Governors Award to Lewis House, Lakeville Government Television, and the Lakeville Police Department.
On behalf of the Lakeville Police Department and the men and women who work in law enforcement every day, I'm pleased to accept this award. As a chief of police and a law enforcement officer for the past 30 years, I can say that domestic violence as a public safety issue exists in all communities, but it's never talked about until there's a tragedy. Through our partnership over the past 25 years with the B. Robert Lewis House and the support of a very talented video production team, we have been able to reach out to our community very effectively through this medium and serve as a beacon of hope and survival for victims of domestic violence. Thank you.
Thank you to our partnership with the Lakeville Police Department, the City of Lakeville, and thank you to the Board of Governors for recognizing this 25-year partnership to deal with a very serious problem in our community. Television has the power to shape and change attitudes and behaviors, and think if all of us worked together, the difference that we could make to solve the serious problem of domestic violence in our community. Thank you for this beautiful award. Let's change the world together. Thank you.
He says, until we can figure out alternatives. Thanks, Michael, and you're right. Problem is, as long as we blindly rely on oil for transportation, we won't put necessary research funds into alternatives.
All right, Jack!
It's Wendy's first coaching job. 2 men are assistant coaches, and at this age, 10 years old, their job is to put fun in fundamentals.
That way, you're on!
This is Perry, a pet turkey.
Yes, I love my turkey.
Nolan found the turkey poult on the front porch in June.
Oh my God, he was adorable.
Should you notice the feet before you're charmed by the face? That's fine.
Yeah.
With Lexi Dietz.
Yep. I like walking.
That's all she wants to do now is just walk and walk, you know.
I can go backwards. Okay, I'm going backwards.
Please welcome our next presenters from KARE 11, Alan Costantini, and from KBJR in Duluth, Laura Langamo.
There's an old saying that some of us may still remember: without video, we'd just be radio.
Well, this region is known by professional broadcast organizations across the world for its photojournalism excellence.
Now, tonight we honor the men and women behind the lenses that capture those memorable moments and images that all of us can remember for a lifetime.
Photographer, program non-news, Stephen Flynn, Twin Cities Public Television. Stephen Plummer, Ron Shera Productions. Brian Peterson, Minneapolis Star Tribune. Photographer short form, Aaron Gallup, Results Unlimited. Pepe Barton, KSTP TV. News photographer within 24 hours, Jason Hansen, KSTP TV. William Medicke, KARE TV. Andy Schiltz, KMSP TV. News photographer no time limit, David Coleman, Mayo Clinic. Megan Osborne, KCCI TV. Andy Schiltz, KMSP TV. Sports photographer, no time limit, single camera only, John Gross, KSTP TV. Matt Nelson, KCRG TV.
And the Emmys go to...
All right, I get the tough job here. Photographer, program non-news, Hooked on Cure, Stephen Plummer, photojournalist, Ron Shera Productions. Photographer, short form, Aaron Gallup, Results Unlimited. Photographer, news within 24 hours, Andy Schiltz, KMSP TV. Photographer, news no time limit, Andy Schiltz, KMSP TV. And photographer, sports no time limit, Matt Nelson, KCRG TV. Congratulations, come on up.
Three buddies from the state of Mississippi, including this guy. Enough said.
Well, Richard doesn't have many friends.
The support and instruction I received allowed me a chance to learn and work to the best of my ability, and gave me the confidence and skills I needed to prepare for a successful future.
Tom Petters built an electronics business that was ultimately a giant Ponzi scheme. Raided by the feds and convicted in December of 20 counts of fraud, he now faces life in prison.
If it's true that every celebration has a beginning,
Thank you and enjoy.
this one celebrates an ending.
I'm so proud of you, Grandma. Yeah.
Roughly it's about 4,900 calories. It's more than 2 days worth of calories.
It's 5 meat patties, cheese, and some salsa, some chili, and some Fritos.
We are surrounded by many great writers tonight, and the proof is within our nominees.
The next three writing categories have been 9 of the 10 nominees who represent different TV stations or companies across the upper Midwest.
Non-news program writer, Deborah Herbold, Iowa Public Television. Gary McGee, McMar Limited. Bill Shirk, Ron Shera Productions. News writer, Joe Fryer, KARE TV. David Springer, KAAL TV. Boyd Hoopert, KARE TV. Megan Osborne, KCCI TV. Short form writer, Kevin Myers, KMSP TV. Jim Dubois, Minnesota Broadcasters Association. Trevor Flack, Fox Sports North.
And the winners are...
Writer program, Hooked on a Cure, Bill Shirk for Ron Shera Productions. Writer news, Land of 10,000 Stories, Boyd Hoopert, KARE TV. Writer short form, Kevin Myers, KMSP TV. Come on up to the stage, get your award. Boyd, you must be wearing down the shoe leather tonight.
this job will prove much easier said
Oh man,
than done.
kind of hard to paint with a wind and the...
Should you notice the feet before you're charmed by the face? That's fine.
Yeah.
With Lexi Dietz.
Yep. I like walking.
That's all she wants to do now is just walk, you know.
I can go backwards. Okay, I'm going backwards.
Most parents don't want their kids to jump on the bed, but for some, it's a dream come true. Jack's parents didn't know if he'd ever do the things other kids did.
You don't expect anything to go wrong with your child.
See how an amazing procedure helped Jack overcome a rare disorder.
You've been winning awards left and right, and yet you're here working your butt off. Take your butt and put it in the Slumberland best seat in the house. Take care, Dapper Duo. By the way, this is Jonathan Malott. The other guy winning all those awards with Boyd Hooper tonight. Hey, let's give it up for our next presenters. They are Anthony LaPanta from Fox Sports North and Heather Brown from WCCO TV. Being a sports broadcaster, I, for whatever reason, really seem to like statistics. I know it's always impressed my wife. I like records, and we set yet another one tonight.
So let's give it up for all the professionals representing the community, cable, public, across access television stations.
We had more entries from these people this year than any in the past 11 years. Thank you. This year you submitted more than 75 entries.
And that's roughly 10% of this year's total entries for those of you still keeping those stats tonight. We want you to know that the Upper Midwest Emmy chapter respects your commitment to excellence as you inform, educate, and entertain the people in your communities.
We're approaching the home stretch tonight, I can promise you that. Here are the nominees for cable access news programs.
Community Cable Public Access Edited Program News, Insight 7, NDC 4. Logged In, the social media sensation, Northwest Community Television, Channel 12. Community Cable Public Access, Newscast Live or Live to Tape. 12 News, Channel 12, Northwest Community Television, CTN News. CTN Studios. Community Cable Public Access Newscast Edited, CRI Weekly News, Communications Research Institute, Agenda Edina, Edina Community Channel 16. Community Cable Public Access Edited Program, Government Military, Building a Heart, the Roseville Library Renovation Project, North Suburban Access, Capitol Close-Up, NDC 4. It Can Happen Anywhere, Woodbury Public Safety, South Washington County Telecommunications Commission, Radiant Remodel, CTN Studios.
And the Emmy goes to, please remember, hold your applause. Community Cable Public Access Edited News Programs, Logged In, the social media sensation, Cable 12 News, Northwest Community Television, Shannon Slayton Swartz, the producer and host. Community Cable Public Access Newscast Live or Live to Tape, 12 News, Northwest Community Television, Mike Johnson, News Director. Community Cable Public Access Newscast Edited, CRI Weekly News. Communications Research Institute, Jonathan Gregg, Senior Producer. And Community Cable Public Access Program, Government Military, Radiant Remodel. CTN Studios, Stephanie Ring, Producer.
Please come to the stage to accept your awards.
2009 has been called the year of social media.
It's very new, and some people say Twitter what? You know, and what's a tweet?
And the number of people using social media has skyrocketed.
This is a way for people to reach out
together around a memorial for 17-year-old Marquise Woodbury. They've added flowers and signs, and they're sharing memories of their classmate. But as his memorial grows, so do concerns about teen violence.
we want to get out and see the community and get to visit some great people.
Tonight, an exclusive interview with Oskaloosa Schools' next superintendent, Russell Ryder.
Hello and welcome to Radiant Remodel. I'm Stephanie Ring. How does a 1950s Rambler turn into a modern space for a 2009 family?
All of you let these next nominees into your home every night for your news, weather, and sports.
And these anchors know that market size, it's not a state of mind, it's not a physical place.
Excellence is excellence. These nominees treat their viewers in the small towns with the same respect that we do in the big cities.
On-camera talent, weather anchor. Kevin Lawrence, KFYR. Chicago Windler, KSTP. Jay Trobeck, Kello. Mike Augustinak, WCCO. On-camera talent, sports anchor. Mark Rosen, WCCO. Phil Aldridge, KSTP. On-camera talent, news anchor. Tiffany O'Donnell, KGAN. Amelia Santinello, WCCO. Don Shelby, WCCO. Tim Blotz, KMSP.
Please hold your applause till the end. The Emmys go to, for weather anchor, Jay Trobeck, KELO TV. Sports anchor, Phil Aldridge, KSTP TV. And news anchor, Don Shelby, WCCO TV.
We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 4 a.m. for the area in blue, which does not include Sioux Falls, but areas just to the west because this whole line is moving to the east and the energy is mainly headed toward the northeast. And here's what she looks like.
Bill, I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm using hyperbole when I say this is the most impossible, improbable, unbelievable day in Vikings history. Brett Favre is, in fact, the Minnesota Viking. Believe it or not, there he is, Brett Favre.
Counselors will help students tomorrow after 2 teenagers died and another was hurt in a car crash west of the Twin Cities. The accident happened in Benson. It's just been 2 years since the last political convention came to St. Paul.
If Amelia Santinello had won this, I was going to come up on stage like Kanye West. Because her entry was a Weepy McWeep anchor on the announcement of my retirement. I have 35 working days left in my 45-year career. Amelia, you've had too much to drink. Don't start crying. Okay. I have never won this award, and so this is very, very meaningful to me. Thank you. Stop drinking. And I just wanted to once again thank you for the great time that I've had in this community. And I want to pay my respects to the Adjutant General and to Ben Hout Cooper, to Johnny Angelo, to Kevin Olson, to the chaplain, to everybody, Rich Kemp, who made the last year of my job one of the most fascinating and one of the most honored. And I'm honored to be in your presence tonight and always will be. And you and all the people who have served this country are deep in my heart and will never leave. And I salute you. Thank you, sir.
And we should also mention the Upper Midwest Emmys is starting a Don Shelby Scholarship starting next year for kids that want to get into journalism. So there you have it. All right. I got to do this one more time. Sorry about that. It's like a mosh pit. Okay. You know where I'm going. You know what I'm doing. Whoa, what about... I always go up top. Maybe I go to... Huh? What? All right, bring it. Come here. Come here. You sweet... yeah. Sorry, Frank's here. Amelia, get over here. Bring Frank too. Bring the big lug with you. Would you? All right. Enjoy your Slumberland best seats in the house. Jonathan no longer is in the best seats in the house, and if you notice, after his free drink, his back focus is a little bit off. Since we're trying to get out of here before news time, I want to mention something really quick. Folks, if you've won an Emmy, if you've been fortunate to win one of the statuettes, be sure to pick up your boxes. They're in the lobby, so you can tote them home. They're velvet lined. They're just lovely. Thanks, JJ, prop master. Huh? What do you think? You know what I'm talking about? Exactly. All right. Since we are trying to get out of here before news time, let's check out the newscast categories.
Weekend newscast, markets 141 plus. 232 Memorial, KTIV TV. ABC 6 News, KAAL TV. Newscast, weekend markets 21 to 140. CBS 2 News at 10, KGAN TV. Eyewitness News at 10 Sunday, WDIO TV. Weekend newscast, markets 1 through 20. Fox 9 News at 9 weekend. 5 Eyewitness News weekend.
Sorry. Twins in the 11th inning. Okay. Sorry. Come on. It's the playoff stretch. Here we go. Please hold the applause. The Emmys go to Weekend Newscast, markets 141 and up, 232 Memorial, KTIV TV, Matt Broom, anchor producer, Bridget Breen, news director. Weekend Newscast, markets 21 to 140, Eyewitness News at 10 Sunday, WDIO TV. Steve Goodspeed, news director, Lisa Kukul, producer, and Weekend Newscast, markets 1 through 20, Fox 9 News at 9 weekend, KMSB TV, Bill Snodgrass, producer, Bill Dahlman, news director.
Daytime newscast, markets 141 plus. ABC 6 News, Good Morning, KAAL. Siouxlands, News Channel 4, KTIV. Daytime newscast, markets 21 to 140. Good Morning, Northland, WDIO. Caloland, News at 5. CBS 2 This Morning, KGAN. Daytime newscast, markets 1 through 20. KARE 11 News Sunrise. The Fox 9 Buzz. WCCO This Morning.
And the winners are Daytime Newscast, markets 141 and up, KTIV TV, Bridget Breen, news director, Kim Wilson, associate producer. Daytime Newscast, markets 21 to 140, CBS 2 This Morning, Blizzard Blast. KGAN TV, April Samp, news director. Daytime newscast markets 1 through 20. We actually have 2 recipients in this category. WCCO this morning, WCCO TV, Scott Libben, news director, and Carol Evan News Sunrise, CARE TV, Tom Lindner, news director.
Evening newscast, markets 141 plus. ABC 6 News at 10, KAAL. KFYR News. Siouxlands News Channel 4, KTIV. KTTC News Center at 10 p.m. Evening newscast, markets 21 to 140. KWWL News at 5. KDLH 3 News at 5:30. Northlands News Center, KBJR. Eyewitness News at 6, WDIO. CBS 2 News, KGAN. Evening newscast, markets 1 through 20. The 6, WCCO TV. KARE 11 News at 10. Fox 9 News at 10. 5 Eyewitness News.
And our winners are, for evening newscast markets 141 and up, KTIV TV, Bridget Breen, news director. Evening newscast markets 21 to 140. Eyewitness News at 6, WDIO TV. And evening newscast markets 1 through 20, Fox 9, News at 9, KMSP TV, Carrie Chernow, producer, Patrick Armijo, executive producer.
Excellence, markets 21 to 140. KCRG TV, KBJR TV. Station Excellence, markets 1 through 20. WCCO TV, CARE TV.
And the Emmys go to markets 21 to 140, KCRG TV, Julie Siebold, news director, Ian Philbrook, executive producer, and Station Excellence, markets 1 through 20, CARE TV, Tom Lindner, news director. Is it Tanya? Did we make it? Did we? We'd like to thank the great sponsors who helped make tonight's Emmy Gala such a huge success. Slumberland, Seven's Steakhouse, Fulton Beer, and Crispin Hard Cider. If you received an Emmy or 2 or 3 or whatever, you can pick up that box, don't forget, in the lobby. Now it's time to party. Please join us next door at 7 if you will. We'll have some drinks and dessert specials, and I think Frank's going to do some weird dance or something. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for letting me do this.